Hi guys, back with the answer for the first riddle I had posted earlier last week. So I'm Dr. Shruti here. Let's just move on to our riddle. So the riddle was, before birth, I am a bridge between the mighty arch above and a highway below. These roads splits to take us to a destination of the deflated balloons. But as the balloons get inflated, I give up my life, but leave behind a tombstone. Sometimes I choose to remain immortal. That is when I enjoy mixing the blue and the red. Who am I? So I found quite a few of you who came with the right answer, and one or two probably were a bit confused, but I understand why the confusion had happened. So basically, this was just the story of Ductus arteriosus. So the words decoding the entire riddle, the words representing were obviously before birth meant intrauterine life. Okay, and the bridge definitely meant the term the ductus arteriosus. Okay, this is the answer to the entire riddle. Okay, the bridge was entirely meaning ductus arteriosus. The mighty arch was obviously the arch of aorta. The highway below was the pulmonary trunk. The roads that splits, that is the pulmonary trunk that splits into the left and the right pulmonary arteries. The deflated balloon represents the lungs before air entry, that is intrauterine life. Okay, and the balloons get inflated was representing an air filled lungs. The tombstone, okay, once the ductus arteriosus after birth, when it closes, it is left behind with the ligamentum arteriosum, and if it does not close, then we call it as patent ductus arteriosus. And the blue and the red obviously mean the deoxygenated and the oxygenated blood. So this is the entire stuff decoded. So yes, of course, you must all know where the ductus arteriosus is. This is this connection between the pulmonary trunk. Can you see this is the ductus arteriosus? Okay, so this structure over here is the ductus arteriosus, and this was the answer to the entire riddle. But there was some confusion with one structure, that was foramen ovale. I agree, a lot of similarities were there in the riddle in relation to foramen ovale too. Of course, it is in before birth. I agree that arch of aorta and pulmonary trunk and the pulmonary arteries come in relation to it depending on the circulation. Okay. Again, circulation, blood supply to the lung is very much dependent on how much foramen ovale functions. And yes, there is a tombstone for this. After death, I mean after the birth of the baby, it becomes the fossa ovalis in the internal structure of the heart. If it remains there after birth also, it becomes patent foramen ovale. And of course the same mixing of deoxygenated and oxygenated blood does happen through this structure. But the only difference is there is no the bridge here. Okay, only difference is that there is no bridge over here. That bridge is not ductus arteriosus, and the location of course is not happening between the arch of aorta and the pulmonary trunk. It is basically a interconnecting link that you can see in between the two atria, right? So this is where you will find the foramen ovale. So that is the only difference that is making the riddle fall towards the side of ductus arteriosus. Anyway guys, thank you so much, and if you require certain topics, do drop what you want in the chat box so we can discuss it later on. Bye bye.